Hey YouTube, it's Cherise here, and look at my hair, guys. I got the big fluffy hair that I wanted for the new year. This is how my braid out turned out. So if you follow me on Snapchat, you know step 1 is to unbraid. Step 2 is to stretch or separate your braids, the braid pieces, and step 3 is to pick out the roots with a pick, and then you get this look, and I'm loving how big it is. But it's time for me to do my New Year's Eve makeup look. This is the last video I'm gonna be doing for 2015, and it's gonna be nothing new than what you've seen. I'm planning to do a traditional black and brown smoky eye, and I'm gonna wear brown lips. So it's not gonna be anything too complicated, too hard. I'm loving my hair though, like love, love, love. I had a little clip so that I could clip. There it is. I gotta clip my hair out of the way because as you can see I have it falling like on my forehead. My edges are all nice and slicked back already. The hair is ready. So to help stretch these bangs even further, I'm just gonna grab them all. And I've got a little clip. And we're just gonna clip these over here so that I have access to my forehead. So yeah, this is how the braid out turned out. It's super big, super fluffy and full, and that's exactly what I wanted. Loving it. Anyways, on to the makeup. So I already washed and exfoliated my face in the shower, and I've already primed with my Cover FX mattifying primer with acne treatment. That's the first primer that I've put on my face, but I'm thinking about doing a Nitra B and using 3 different primers. So now I'm going to go in with a mattifying primer, and this is the Boots No. 7 Beautifully Matte makeup base. And I'm going to take a little bit of this into my most oily areas. And I rub first, and then I'm going to start patting it into my skin. Really get it in there. And I'm going to put even more around the nose area. I'm kind of avoiding under the eyes. I just really want to get the forehead really good, my eyebrows really good, and the nose. I'm also going to put some on the chin because my chin gets kind of oily. Yeah, my roommate and I are just getting ready. We're going to go, I need to run some errands. He's going to come with me. We're going to go to Chick-fil-A, pick up some items to bring to the party tonight. I'm going to bring wine and maybe a snack. Some sort of snack. Maybe like chips and dip or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just pressing this mattifying one into my most oily area. So the forehead, my brows, and the nose, around the nose, and the chin. And then that's my second primer. So now we're going in with the third primer, which for me is going to be my Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. And I'm just going to focus this on the cheek area where I do actually have larger pores. And kind of under the eye. But really just on the cheek area. I'm also going to be mixing 2 foundations. I'm being basically very extra. Put a little bit of this over my eyelids as well. Being very extra with my makeup today. But my breakouts finally went away on my chin. This side's looking really good, but I have this one big one right here. But for the most part, my face is pretty smooth and just doing me right for New Year's. But yeah, I'm getting so distracted by my hair, guys. Like, it's so big and fluffy, and the ends are just like so coily and defined. Like, I just love the way that it came out. And I'm super excited to see how much my hair grows in 2016, which I'm planning to do like a year of protective styling. But anyways, back to the makeup. So I've got all my primers on. My acne treatment one, my mattifying one, and my pore refining one. So now for the foundations, I know I want to mix my Black Opal True Color Pore Perfecting Liquid Foundation in All Chocolate with my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. Those are the two that I want to mix together because the matte velvet was just a little bit too dark for my skin. So I'm shaking up the matte velvet. I'm going to mix them together on the back of my hand. So let's go in with matte velvet. That much, as you can see. It's just a little bit darker than me. Just the tiniest bit. And the Au Chocolat is a little bit lighter than me. So I'm going to take one pump of this right next to it. You can see the color difference right there. And then I'm going to take one of my fingers and we're going to blend these two babies together. Alright, now I've got them mixed together. I'm going to go in and, of course, dab all over the face with my finger because I just feel like using my finger today. And we're already 6 minutes into this video. But literally, I'm just going to dab this all over as much as I can with my finger. And I'm trying to wipe off whatever is left over on my finger. And then I'm going to take a brush. I'm going to take this flat top brush from BH Cosmetics. It's a 116. And I'm going to pick up whatever's left over on my hand and go in and start to stipple this into the skin. Let me get a mirror up so I'm not just staring at my computer. Oh. Try to see. Fell down. There we go. I'm going to stipple this concoction into the skin. Picking up some more off the hand. And then after I stipple, I'm going to go in and do light sweeps to blend it even better. The thing about these foundations is that they do dry kind of fast. So stipple, make sure I get over the eye. Stipple, stipple, take some off my hand, whatever's left, which isn't very much. Stipple and then sweep. And I'm being very careful around my edges, kind of just stippling around the edges, over the edges of my hair, because I don't want to mess up the fleekiness that I have already created. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is go in with 1/2 a pump of the, because you see the coverage is like super awesome. So I'm going to go in with 1/2 a pump, and the color is so-so. So I'm going to go in with 1/2 a pump of Au Chocolat, 1/2 a pump, not a full pump, so that much more, and just add some additional coverage to some areas of my face where they need additional coverage, like on my cheeks, under the eyes, and I'm stippling it using this brush. And I'm also going to take a little bit and go on the jawline. Because really, one layer of that combination really does cover everything pretty well. This is me just being extra, wanting to get like extra flawlessness. And I can take it down here. Make sure you get under the chin. Now I'm just wiping my hand under there just to make sure that I get everything that I can. All the product that I can. Just gonna add a little bit more to this other side. I tend to neglect the left side of my face. So I did like a quarter of a pump. As you can see, it's super tiny dot. I tend to do more on the right side of my face than I do the left, so just want to make sure that they get some equal amount of loving. As you can see, my forehead is already starting to try and crease up. Okay. So that is it for my foundations. Again, I mixed the Black Opal True Color Pore Perfecting Liquid Foundation in All Chocolat with the Makeup Forever Duo Matte in the shade 80 Brown. And that's what I used to get my color for today, which I think is very close to my skin tone. And it leaves a very nice, matte, flawless finish. These two mixed together. I don't think I've ever mixed them before, but I just had the idea like last night. If I mix these two together, I think it will give me a nice look. And they did. So now that those are on, and they pretty much set, they pretty much dried on my skin, which is what I love about them, because they just give the most awesome matte finish, and all my primers definitely helped. So now what I'm going to do is go in with my L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible Powder in 700 Classic Tan, which is the next to darkest shade. It is lighter than my skin tone. And I'm going to use this powder to highlight, and I'm going to use the same exact brush I used to apply my foundation. I'm going to press this powder into the skin. This also will help to further set the foundation, even though it doesn't really need it, and it will also help to mattify and just ensure that the makeup lasts until about 2 a.m. because that's probably when I'm going to be getting home. And it's currently 3:41 p.m. This powder just really makes your skin look super smooth and flawless, which is why I really like it. And I'm going to be applying this to the areas I want to subtly highlight. I'm not going for a super highlighted look because I plan to be taking lots of pictures with flash. And I really like this powder because it goes with my undertone well. It is more on the like yellow side, but it still has a little bit of brown to it. So I'm just using this to really just lock the makeup in place, do a little bit of a subtle highlight. I'm definitely setting all of my forehead because I get creases in the forehead area and go over the eyelids. It's been raining like crazy here, so I didn't even get to go to lunch with my friend, which makes me sad because I really was looking forward to like spending time with him, Chris. And today, Liz and I couldn't go to the zoo because of the rain, so that made me sad. But we're going to spend some time together tonight and today. So as you can see, this is just making everything even more flawless, taking away any shine because you guys know I like a matte face. And I'm basically just going to go over my entire face. I changed my mind. Really focus it on the areas you want to highlight, but just go ahead and take this all over the face just to lock everything in. Of course, I'm taking a lot less in the other sections. Brushing the brows. All right. So, now that I look like I'm 14 years old, my chin's breaking a little bit. we are going to go on to contouring. So we've set and highlighted using the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible Powder in shade 700 Classic Tan. Now I'm going to contour using one of my oldie but goodies. This is the Maybelline Fit Me powder in 360. I love, love, love this powder for contouring, and I'm going to use my brush that I almost always contour with, which is from BH Cosmetics. It's the 114. And we're just going to load this powder up and get in there. And I really like this powder because it is very, it oxidizes really dark, like darker than what you see in here, obviously, as you can see on my skin. And because it's not warm at all. Because when I put things that are too warm on my skin, I end up looking crazy. And I'm going right over all of my breakouts with this. Just to contour the cheeks. I don't know if you see that subtle, that's not a good mix of words. Subtle dissonance, difference that makes. So I'm just using this to contour the cheeks. Really getting in there. Making sure not to bring it too low. And we're going for chiseled, but not too much. Because like I said, I'm going to be taking a lot of pictures and everything. So I don't want to look too crazy. But I just love the color of this powder. Like how it's just like a straight like shadow. It's like a shadow color. It's not warm. It's cool. A cool, true, deep brown. And I'm bringing it rather far in. As you can see. I'm pulling it all the way through. So I'm going to blend all of that. Getting contour powder in my hair. So just go ahead and bring it like all the way. Apply some under the jaw, on the jawline. I like to do a little bit on the sides of my chin. And of course, the sides of the nose. I'm literally just dragging this brush down the sides of my nose. I'm trying to get as thin a line down the middle as I can of lightness. And make sure to bring it on the bulb area if you have a big bulb thing on your nose like I do. I don't even know what the proper name is for it. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. But really contouring to just make it look a lot slimmer. Like I actually have a bridge to my nose. See that? Bam, boom. And I'm just going in and adding just a little bit more right on that cheekbone area. Alright, and we can do a little bit, slight work on the forehead. Slight work. Not too much because I have bangs that are going to be covering my forehead, so we don't need to go overboard. So I'm kind of just stippling this powder and pressing it in up here. But as you can see, this is like a super mattifying foundation. Like the two together with all three of those primers, it's like awesomeness. Awesome sauce. But yeah, this is where my forehead is showing the most, so I'm kind of paying a lot of attention to right over here. And since I have a rather large forehead, I'm bringing it kind of halfway down as usual. A headband of contour. You can just see how that adds lowlights and highlights to my face when I do my contouring and highlighting the way that I do. And as you see, I only use powder only because y'all know that I just think people overcomplicate. You don't really need liquids and powders and creams and all that. If that's your preference, do you. But for me, I like to keep it as simple as possible. And this is what really works for me. And I feel like I get this same effect that people who use a lot more products get. All right. I just feel like there's this one little spot that needs some more. On the nose. Alright, so that is the contour done. Of course, I need to blend all this out now. That's it for contouring. So I'm going to go back to the other brush that I use for my foundation and the powder that I use to set all of my foundation. And now I'm literally just going over the edges where everything meets together. Not really messing too much with this area underneath because I want it to be like that, but like down here. Really just, and right here next to the nose area, since I brought my contour all the way in, just softening that up a little bit. I still want it to be there, but sorry y'all, my nose is running. And of course, blending out the nose a little bit. I just wish I didn't have these breakouts, but that's okay. Alright, so highlight and contour done. So now we're going to go on to blush and illuminator. And I'm trying to think, what brush did oh yeah, this one. So I'm going to use my favorite highlight. If I can find it in here. There's so much stuff in here. And it is from Black Radiance. Y'all have seen me use it multiple hundreds of thousands of times. And it is their Artisan Color Baked Bronzer in Ginger Snap. And I'm going to use this blush brush, which I'm going to wipe off because it may have some other colors on it that I do not want on my face today. So basically I'm going to take this, load up my brush, tap off the excess, and we are really just going to go in with this right on the highest point of the cheekbone, just like that. And then I'm going to drag it up here as well. Boom, boom. You see that? You see that? Do it again. Load it up. Tap off the excess. And I'm using really small circular motions right on the top of my cheekbone. I like to take it all the way back to the hairline as well. And right onto the apple. And I'm going to come under the eye just a little bit. whatever's left, you want to kind of come up here. Put some right above that eye into that eyebrow hairs. I like to really dig in those the eyebrow hairs. So that kind of already highlights the brow bone. And right above the eye. And sweep it down so that they connect. So you kind of get a V of highlight right there. You see? Yes. And then of course, take some more. Right down the bridge of the nose. Like so, and onto the tip of the nose, and the cupid's bow. Slash your whole entire upper lip. Because we are doing a nice brown bold lip. It looks really pretty with highlighter right there. And you can do a little bit on the chin. And because it's New Year's, we're going to take a little bit right on the center of the forehead, which I like almost never do, but it gives a nice look. You know, it's not too much. Okay. So that's it for illuminating. Especially since I have a super mattifying foundation on. Foundations. Alright, so now for blush. I don't really want to do anything too crazy. I'm gonna wear, actually I'm not sure what I'm wearing. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna wear this blue dress that is my roommate's. It has sequins on it. It's really, 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 really pretty. So I don't want to do too much because that is kind of like the color that I'm gonna be wearing. So I'm gonna go in with a blush from my Beauty Treats matte blush palette that I got at my local hair store for $5. And we're going to take this blush right here that looks kind of brown, but it's actually like a shimmery brownish pink color. It looks really, really natural. And I'm going to use this e.l.f. complexion brush to apply that to my cheeks. And it has some shimmer to it, which is like really, really pretty. But I'm using this to kind of just mesh everything together. And this is the perfect brush for that because it's so fluffy and big. I'm not going for a lot of color payoff, but it's okay if it's kind of like a subtle wash of color. Really, it's just going to help everything blend together. In that general region. This might as well be like my 2016 foundation routine. Like, I just change up the foundations and the blush and the highlighter sometimes, but this is like the process that I almost always take. Hopefully y'all are seeing what I'm seeing. Like, the glow is real. And make sure you bring it onto the apple. So now we have a slight blush. All right. Almost 4, doing good on time. Okay, so next, as I scratch my nose right here, let's go on to the eyes. And like I said, I'm doing a black and brown smoky eye. Super simple, nothing complicated. I am going to do a little bit of glitter in the black, but for the most part, we're going to be using the Wet n Wild Spoiled Brat palette in this sparkly blue that says crease is going to be going on our lid. And I'm going to be using some browns from some other palettes. I haven't decided which one yet, but I'm going to start with the lid. And we're going to need a brush that can really pack it on. So let me wipe off this e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush. And it just looks like this. And I'm just going to use this color. Again, it's just a shimmery black. And we're going to pack this onto our lid. As you can see, I'm like pressing it on because I do not want black fallout on my face. Oh, I forgot to add my tape. So I'm going to pack this on the lid, avoiding the outer corner right now, the outer B area, because I'm going to get tape so that this can be super sharp and precise. Hopefully you can see that it has glitter in it. I don't want to do too much glitter because my dress is like, or my roommate's dress that she's letting me borrow, has not a sequins on it. It's already shiny enough, so. And the skin, it has a lot of illuminator on it. Okay, so I'm just gonna stop right there. My eyes look so funny. And I'm gonna take a little bit of tape, which is something I don't normally do when doing my makeup. Well, this one isn't like super duper sticky. And we'll go at that sort of slant. Oh, see, it's not really sticky. There we go. I got it on. Oh, this one's a really long piece. And I really only need this for, make sure they're going at the same angle. Alright. So now we're going to continue. It feels weird when I blink. Oh no, and it's coming off. I really only need it for like this step. Because I don't want my black to go out too far. And I'm taking this all the way into my crease. You want to cover your entire lid space up into the crease. And I'm just taking it all the way out, pulling it out. Kind of making a cat eye shape a little bit. Right over my tape. So you want to be super black like that. Like that. When I like push the tape down to make sure that it's sticking all the way down, it like blurs my vision on that eye. I find it quite interesting. And also bring it up into the crease. The black. Like so. Now that I look really strange, this is what the eye should be looking like. It's time to take a brown color, and I'm going to be using I'm not sure yet. Give me a moment. I think I'm going to use Fudge from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Shadow Couture palette. And it's just a warm brown. I'm going to use that to blend out the crease. I'm going to use the brush that the palette comes with, the fluffy side. And basically we're going to use this to blend out the harsh edges of the black. And as like a transition color. I think I have eyeshadow on my finger. But basically, just use that to blend out the harsh edges, and it's like the perfect shade of brown that I wanted. I didn't want something that was too deep brown to where it looked almost black. I wanted it to show up brown. As you can see, I'm really winging it out. Which we're gonna clean up. We don't want it to go that high, but it's okay if it goes that high right now. Just make sure that you're blending out the edges of your black like so. You can see. And that looks so much better, but we don't want it to go up that high, but just make it look strange for now, for blending purposes. You really make sure you're getting into that crease. You know, this is the perfect color for this. Oh gosh. As you can see, it's kind of really getting winged out, diffused out, especially on those outer corners. Really focusing this on the outer corners. So I want the brown to be more diffused as we head in towards the inner corner. So that's how it's looking now. So now it's time to add some glitter to this look, and I'm going to be using, of course, Moonstone from Urban Decay, and I'm just going to pat this onto the centers of my lid using the same brush that we used to apply the black glittery eyeshadow. I'm really just going to press this on the centers of my lid. Just to pack on some more glitter. As you can see, it just gives like a little bit more dimension to the eye. Just add some glitter to these smoky eyes for New Year's. And the glitter has a little bit of like silver gray to it, so that's going to lighten up the very center of the lid as well, as you can see. I've been using the heck out of Moonstone lately in my New Year's Eve tutorials because it is really, really pretty. As you can see. So now I'm just going to blend back into the crease with that matte brown. And it's okay to take your tape off now. You see how sharp that is? Sharp. And that's exactly what we want. Just throw my tape away. Now I'm going to go back to that brush that I used to apply the powder. I'm just going to wipe over that area. That's exactly what I wanted. Yes. So now it's time to work on the brow bone area. I'm just going to use my clean finger to kind of blend the very edges of this a little bit. And then I'm going to use the brush with no additional product and do a little bit of blending as well. But these eyes are really simple, like literally minimal eyeshadows. So now what we're going to do is go back into that Wet n Wild Spoiled Brat palette, and we're going to highlight, I know, we're going to do our bottom lash line using that same glittery black. Let me just clean off a little brush to do that. I should probably line my waterline first. I love the way that the smoky eyes came out. Like, that's exactly what I wanted. Alright, so first, we need to line the waterline with some black. I'm just using this NYX waterproof retractable eyeliner pencil in black. And just put that all in your waterline. I can't tight line today. Nope, not gonna take my chances. All in that waterline. Which looks super ugly right now. And now go in with the black shadow and really smoke out that bottom lash line with this glittery black shade. And I am going to add some moonstone down there as well. To the center of my bottom lash line. Just so that it kind of mimics the lid. I'm also going to take a little bit of fudge and put that on the bottom lash line as well. And that'll help to further smoke it out. So using the same brush, I just wiped it off. I'm going to take that fudge color that we used to blend out the crease and place this right underneath the glittery black, which will help smoke it out some more. Like so. I'm using the same brush, wiping it off. And now I'm going to take Moonstone and dab that onto the centers of the bottom lash line. As you can see, it adds a little twinkle. Just to the very center. And now I'm wiping off this brush and I'm going to highlight my inner corner with the brow bone color from the Spoiled Brat palette. And it's just a nice bright silver. Oh, my nose. And as you can see, I'm really just emphasizing the tear duct. which helps to emphasize the shape of the eyes and just the overall makeup look. Going for like very like kind of cat feline smoky eyes. Which I love the way the shadow came out. Like it came out exactly how I wanted it. I'm really happy with my hair and with my makeup so far. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is take some more fudge and add just a little bit more fudge over here to this eye and this area right here. And kind of just blending out the crease. Just so that they match perfectly. I feel like this needed a little bit more fudge. Alright, so it looks strange without eyebrows, but winged eyeliner. I'm going to do a very thin wing, just following the line that we've already created with our tape. Let me put the brush back in the palette. And I'm going to use my where is she? Did I highlight my brow bone? Well, it's kind of already naturally highlighted with the highlighter, but you can just take your highlighter that you use for your face and your finger and add a little bit more if you want. I'm going to add a little bit more. And that really just kind of helps with the warm and the coolness and the smoky and the golden. I think it really adds a little something something to the eye look. And I'm just following down like so. Now that my brow bone is like ultra highlighted. Oh yes, love the eyes. Love, love, love. Good with that. Now what did I say I was going to do? Oh, winged eyeliner. And I'm going to use my Kat Von D, if I can find her. She's hiding from me right now. I have so much like random makeup items like out. Let me put that lip back. I may not even do the winged eyeliner. Is this her? Oh, I found her. She was hiding in my brushes. So Kat Von D liquid eyeliner. And it already looks like I kind of have it because I used the black, first the black eyeshadow. So literally you just want to follow. It's already been created. Like just reinforce it. So go ahead and do your wing. Like it should be really nice and sharp. And of course I always have a harder time with one side than the other, and today's my left side. So I basically just traced that line that we already had. Which, like I said, is the basis for our wing. And now I'm just going to connect it to the lid. Hope you can see this. And then you're just gonna draw over to the lid. So now it's time for this side. Which of course is a little bit different than the other side. Draw over onto the lid. And then I want this smallest line ever, so I'm more like tight lining using the liquid. I'll just make my eyes water. Then I am actually like doing a winged eyeliner because it is all black eyeshadow. I don't really need to like draw the full cat eye. Does that make any sense? That makes sense. You just really want it on the outer corner. As you can see. This one isn't as smooth, which makes me really sad. There we go. I'm just smoothing this side out. Which I didn't want it to be so thick, but I need to just make sure that it's really smooth. And then connect it back to like the center of the eyelid. So that's it for eyeliner. And you just see, it just helps to emphasize the cat eye-ness. And then of course you want to do mascara. I may get some lashes today from Sephora that I think are cute and add lashes, but the mascara I'm going to wear is my Urban Decay Perversion mascara. I've been loving this stuff because I can really build it up. So I'm going to do a couple coats on camera for you guys, and because our look is smoky and black, if you get some on your lid, it'll be okay. But if you want to flake it off after it dries, you can. But I really do love this mascara. And I'm going to do top and bottom lashes. But for the sake and length of this video, like I said, I'm just going to probably do a coat on each eye, just the tops, and then build it up later. I'm also going to do my brows off camera. Because y'all have seen me do my brows numerous times, and I just use a black and brown eyeliner pencil from Wet n Wild. So I probably will put on some lashes, get some from Sephora today, and throw some lashes on for tonight. But I might not, it just depends how I feel. The blue lashes would be kind of pretty with the dress. I might put the blue lashes on, because the dress is blue. Then after tonight, I'll throw them away. But yeah, I'm just really building my lashes up. Loading on the mascara. Making strange faces. Okay. So now I'm just going to take a brush that has nothing on it and just go over the skin again. Y'all know how I like to just get rid of any additional oils that may have popped up. And I just like to blend out my skin really well. Alright, so for lips. The lip color I'm going to wear today is from Bite Beauty, and it's in the color Cognac. And it's one of their matte like lip pencil thingies that you scroll up like so. I'm just looking at my eyes, making sure they're even. And I love this color. It's a really pretty brown. and my computer is about to die. So this is basically almost completed look, the almost completed look. All I have left to do is add more mascara to top and bottom lashes and do my eyebrows and of course the hair and the outfit. So if you want to see the completed look, you can check me out on my social media, but I just love the way that my eyes came out. And I love this brown lip with it. It's just nice and sultry and ready to partay. So again, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one in 2016. Have a safe and happy, blessed new year. I plan to pray right at midnight, even though I'm going to be at a party. Just pray and just be thankful for how far I've come and how much I've grown in 2015. Anyways, thank you so much for your support. I never thought I would reach 629 subscribers, something like that. I'm over my goal of 100 for the year, so thank you so much for that. I'm just so thankful and blessed. And again, be safe, have an awesome new year, and I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial and enjoy the look. Like I said, to see the pictures of the full effect, check me out on my social media. And again, I'll see you in 2016. Be blessed, be bold, be beautiful, and be... what's something that starts with a B? Be blessed again. Be extra blessed. Bye-bye.